There is absolutely no way that the Dokkan devs are going to let Global and JP sync without there being at least one more global shaft. And to top it all off, or not to top anything off, I didn't really say much, but the point of this video is that there isn't even just one global shaft. It's two. No, sorry, it's three. Three different... Mr. Baby, I think you're overreacting. No. This is the first one right here. The first one is Global and JP not sharing the 9th year anniversary. And I'll tell you this right now, right? It would have been nice to share the anniversary with JP. I personally never really expected them to. And there's definitely arguments to be had on why they should have or why they shouldn't have, or whatever the case may be. Whatever opinion you hold, let me know in the comments. I'm not here to fight you on it. I'm just letting you know. Personally, I never expected it to happen, but it would have been nice. And I think the overall expectation set by both Dokkan and the community really let both Dokkan and the community down, which is, I think, one of the big reasons why we're entering the new year with such a, negative morale around Dokkan. But this is definitely, at least for those who really believed it to be, this is definitely a shaft for community. Because remember, when the morale in the community is down, it does impact the game. Right? May not be massive impact, but it is an L for the game. So that's the first shaft. Whether you personally believed it, whether you personally didn't believe it'll happen, it's still a negative impact for the game itself, especially for those who really believed and really wanted both versions of the game to at least share the 9th year anniversary, whether we were synced up at that point or not. And that's definitely understandable. The second shaft is you just simply not subscribing because, listen, Global Dokkan is not going to be here much longer. We are going to evolve from a Global Dokkan content channel to a Dokkan content channel, and I would love for you to be there on the ride. This, of course, isn't really a shaft, but, whether you want to subscribe or not, I appreciate you for being here. Hopefully you're having a great day, and let's just continue on with the video. The real second shaft, okay, is the fact that we are no longer sharing New Year's with JP. And before anyone says, yo, but Mr. Baby, I mean, why was the expectation to share New Year's ever there in the first place? And I can understand that point of view, but then you have to understand is Global and JP have never, ever in the history of the game, ever, maybe I might be forgetting something, but we've never shared a celebration one year to then not share it again the next year. As soon as we started sharing Saiyan Day together, we have always shared it with, every year after that. Ever since we started sharing Golden Week with the GT units, we've always shared it every year after that. We've always been sharing the Worldwide Celebration together, right? Ever since, I'm speaking too fast, let me chill. Ever since we started sharing the Hero Celebration together, we've never backtracked from that. So Global and JP, every single time we come together to share a celebration, we never go to not sharing it again the year after that, which is why there was including from me, there was a lot of expectation that since we shared the Dual Dokkan Fest New Year's release last year, and I understand it was a collab, or not collab, I mean, I guess so, kind of was a collab. It was a campaign for the new movie, right? But it doesn't matter what it was for, because both Dokkan Fest LRs dropped on both versions of the game, whether it was a collab or not. So the fact that that happened, and it's not happening this year, these units are actually dropping in April for Global. So that's definitely not a nice taste. It's not nice. It doesn't feel, I should say, it doesn't feel nice. Because Dokkan, at the end of the day, they do whatever they want, right? At least we're getting these units, but it just doesn't feel nice to share something to then not share it the year after that. And in my book, that's definitely a global shaft. Whether you agree or you don't disagree, that's just my personal take on that. It just doesn't feel, because like there's definitely a level of hype that comes with getting units at the same time. So, and I just loved that Gohan, even though Beast List was the whole Beast List disappointment arc that Dokkan had, it was still a fun time getting both of those units together on both versions of the game. But it is what it is. Now, that's shaft number 2. Shaft number 3 is what the Global Dokkan schedule looks like from here on out. I don't even think I have to say much, dude. This is what global Dokkan is getting for the next few months. And granted, right, like the androids aren't bad. Piccolo and Gohan definitely aren't bad. But I mean, like, I'm not even, like, there's 2 world tournaments on here, dude. Like, yeah, so, I mean, when you combine, right, when you combine not sharing the 9th, right, let's say you put not sharing the 9th anniversary into a pot, right, and then you swirl it around and sprinkle in a little bit of we're not sharing New Year's together, and then you mix all of that, and then you pour it out, and then, like, let's say you add a little bit of water to it to dilute the mixture. You pour it back in, and then you add a big whole bunch of mid for the schedule for the next few months. You get what might be the worst start to the 2024, just the worst start to a year ever. And again, the worst start to a year is, I could understand why people would say, okay, but what's the difference, right? We've never shared the anniversary, right? So, like, what's the difference is that they announced the global sync 15 years early. So it got everyone's expectations through the roof. Like, we've never entered the year thinking we're going to share the anniversary together. So there was no reason. So the fact that this disappointed the entire community, the fact that we're not sharing this, the fact that this is what the schedule looks like, it's like people are literally saying, what do we do? You know? So, yeah, it's going to be a very interesting year. But we're going to trudge through it together. All right. Anyways, I'll see you in the next one. This is it. Look at this image. I mean, look at the image. What do you think? I'll see you in the next one.